All right, here we go. Welcome to Cypher. My name is Michael. We got a great guest today. Actually, the first producer on the show.
Indeed.
So that's pretty exciting. I'm excited for this. Dollar Ben. How
Right
you
on
been,
time.
man?
Can't
Quick
complain,
shout out to
man.
Mandela
Happy
Eskia for hooking this up.
Good looking, family. I appreciate the
Absolutely.
alley-oop. I had to slam it. Good
That's
looking, man.
absolutely
Thank
right.
you very much.
Cheers for you showing up, man.
Cheers, brother.
Good to
Appreciate
see
it,
you.
man.
We got a lot of ground to cover today.
Yeah.
So we're going to get right into
well
it.
overdue.
We were chatting over the past few days. You know, you've been in all aspects of hip-hop.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited about that. So talk about that a little bit. I think maybe start by telling us your story. How'd you get into hip-hop and, you know, how did you kind of get to where you are today?
All right. Off top, the first song I
Also,
ever...
I'm going to take these headphones off because it's more comfortable. You can do whatever.
Cool. Off top, the first song I ever heard was I Love It When You Call Me Big Papa. And I'll never forget, I remember seeing that video, and I noticed Luke was in it. And for some reason, I was like, I like this sound. Yeah. I like this genre. Fast forward, and I remember... let me see. I had a cassette tape player. My mom's went to this Christian bookstore, and I had this cassette tape. It was a sampler of multiple different songs. Yeah. And for some reason, it was just one hip hop song. I was always just rewind, go to it, to the point where like the tape started to fade. And I was like, I like hip hop. I like this. Fast forward, I'm in middle school. My brother had The Lox, We Are the Streets, and I remember taking that CD, The Lox and Drag On.
The Lox are great.
Yeah. Oh, indeed.
Jada, all that.
Yeah, I used to take his CDs and like listen to them in school. And this is around the time on 125th Street you could actually buy CDs, buy the bootlegs.
I used to live up near there.
Really?
116th and Malcolm X.
Hey, right on time.
Yeah.
You by the mosque?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you familiar?
Right there.
All right.
Right in Harlem.
Yeah. I bought not Get Rich. No Mercy, No Fear by G Unit and 50 Cent.
Mm-hmm.
That changed my life.
Yeah.
That changed my listening perspective.
Classic hip hop record.
Right. Oh, all day. This is right when 50 was about to blow. Like he's on a cusp of it. And it's like if you caught it, you're gonna catch it. This is right before Get Rich. And I remember still to this day, I remember every song on there. It's still this is how astonishing it is to me. I became an adult, and one of the songs I didn't like, this happened probably like within the last year. Tony Gayo song, I didn't like it at all. Like it was skip. Yeah. Now that I listen to it, I had to remember that like this was a groove.
Yeah.
That changed my life. And then Dipset, and I'm born and raised in Harlem, but the whole Diplomat era, they was dropping mixtapes every week, and it just progresses. When I was 15, MySpace era.
Shit.
Yeah.
MySpace.
I used to watch this guy. His name was Midas Beats, something like that. He was making beats on the MPC, and I was like, what is this? Yeah. I want to get, like, what is that? Looked it up, and like, okay, this is an MPC. You can program, do this, that. I was in an after-school program at the time, and actually, are you familiar with Shaka King?
A little bit, yeah.
Shaka King, he wrote and produced the Judas and Messiah, the Messiah. The
movie score.
That
or
guy,
soundtrack.
yeah, he worked at the after-school program I was at.
That's dope.
Look, divine intervention, bro.
Yeah.
And
that's called being at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, if it wasn't for him, I would not be here right now. I always accredit him to. I said, yo, man, I want to get an MPC, but it's like at the time I'm 15, it costs $1,000, and he just no bullshit. Yo, I got one at my house. You can come and get it, but it's just I don't know what's going on with it. You got to get it fixed and so on and so forth. I took a day, jumped on the J train. I'll never forget. I had the Jansport book bag. I chilled in his house. It was just such a serene, like he played me records, and I remember just like the Inside My Love, Minnie Riperton. He played that record for me, and I've heard it before just on a computer, but when I heard it with the crackle and like just the setting, and it was like the sun was coming into the room, and it was just like this is magnificent. I still remember it till this day, like in my head, like seeing that. Yeah, I get the MPC. We test it out. He doesn't know what's wrong with it. Fast forward, when you to start up an old MPC 2000, you have to put a floppy disk in it. Now with the floppy disk, it reads and then it starts, and you can start producing and whatnot. The issue with it was when you put the floppy disk in, it wasn't going down. Like if you put a VCR tape in, it just sticks. So I just learned, and it wasn't even a. I learned this when I took it back to Harlem. Yo, as soon as I get that floppy disk start up, sky's the limit. Right. And ever since then. I still have tons of MPCs. I still have the first beat I ever made recorded, like on a hard drive somewhere in the house. It goes from the MPC, and once again back in the MySpace era, it was like this cut like producer like producer group in California.
Yeah.
And I got introduced to the Roland the Roland SP 404 and the 303 and the 202. This is around the time when Mad Villainy had came out with Mad Lib and MF Doom, and everyone was just this. This is the sound of right now. It's like underground. Are you familiar with Knowledge, the producer?
No.
He has a Grammy. He's done work with Nas, I think. But anyway, I
can look him up. That's my favorite part about these interviews. Afterwards I rewatch and I look at up.
I used to talk to him on MySpace, like, yo, bro, what are you doing? How are you making this music? And he's like, well, I used to use an SP, but now I'm on Ableton Live. I was like, Ableton Live? Right. And at the time I had a little laptop from the after school program I was working at. Got Ableton Live, learned that. And at the time, I was making original music, but once again, I'm jumping all over the place. Here's a story. I had the opportunity to have a studio session with Chris Styles. Chris Styles is the guy that produced Window Shopper for 50 Cent.
Yeah, I am familiar, I think, with him.
So, are you familiar with the movie ATL? With T.I. Anyway.
Oh,
the dude
ties in maybe.
The dude named New York. I don't even know his name, but he was at the studio as well. I played off my beats, and both of them was like, "Yo, you good?" And then I remember Chris saying, "Yo, shorty, you good, but like you gonna cost your whole budget trying to clear one sample." So like I was like, "Oh." Ever since then, I started making original music. So fast forward now, I'm on Ableton getting my chops together, using the keyboard, trying to get everything together. Once again, it's just repetition, just doing it all over, doing it multiple times. Fast forward, not my Twitter. Twitter was cracking. Still using Ableton. Everything it is what it is. I meet Ryan Hemsworth.
This story is so interesting because it's basically taking us into the digital.
Yeah. Straight like that. That's my story.
It's like right down the road into the digital age.
I was still using Ableton. Cool. Got hip to it. Heard Ryan Hemsworth records, and once again, I've always been I talk to artists, ask questions. Yeah. I'm like, yo, bro, what are you using? Because I'm still using Ableton Live. He's like, I use Logic Pro, not at the time, Logic Pro 9. Yeah. I'm like, and he swung me a copy. I'm like, good looking. Ever since then, that changed my life. I've been using Logic like over 10 years now. Yeah.
Logic's my favorite.
Yeah, Logic Pro 9, Logic Pro X, and Logic Pro X now. But that's where I'm at. I'm still. That's my introduction to music production. Yeah.
That's crazy because it really did take us from before kind of computers when you were starting to really get into it. And then when laptops started to really take over and you're talking about Ableton and Logic, you really brought yourself into that digital age. Yeah. That's a crazy story about the samples. And he was saying you're going to clear your whole budget.
You're going to mess up your whole budget.
Is that one of the biggest lessons that you learned coming up?
Hold on, you're right. This gets hot. Yeah. No. Well, now, once again, it has changed because now there's no one's hunting someone down like who well unless you're a YouTube, because sometimes they'll get you. But no production is it's the ocean now. Yeah, you just make the record. Yeah, it's not about what sample. No one's trying to gun you or cancel your song or silence your song because it has a James Brown sample in it. No, it's not like that anymore. The internet is the ocean. Yeah. It's all about the content. It's just it has to exist. Yeah. That's it.
Who are some producers that you really like right now?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not really listening to music. Not even on no cocky foolishness. I just listen to like a bunch of podcasts. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Producers I like right now? Yeah. I can't name one because when I'm in the car and I listen to the radio and I hear good music, it's just I can't name a name. Like whoever produced Doja Cat's "Woman" song, that's really good.
That's with The Weeknd. That's a great. Oh no. There's the intro one. The intro off of her album is "Woman." I didn't
check it out.
I'm thinking about a different song.
The Sweetie has a song called "Closer" with her. That is my favorite song on the radio right now. I don't know who produced it, but it sounds very like Forever 21-ish. And when you're in the store, Forever 21, walking, that is my favorite song right now. That's my joint. I don't know. Roddy Rebel has a new drill song out that came out today, and I'm super into it. Nice. But once again, my stratosphere is on the radio, so I haven't listened to anybody's album. No, that's it.
Nice.
I don't know. Producer wise, that's just no offense. That's just where I'm at. I'm in an audio in a listening to conversations point of view. Yeah.
No, for sure. I mean, we're gonna get. I wanna get more of your top albums and tracks later. you know, as far as like just like kind of staying on up and coming producers a little bit, like what should the hustle look like for them? What kinds of things should they be doing like early on in their career to set themselves up for success?
Be yourself. I'd say be yourself, but be in tune with what's going on, because as you get older, it always evolves. It always evolves, but it's kind of hard to see that when you're in it and you see other people doing other things and you're saying, oh, this producer, he needs a placement, and oh, they're doing. You have to get out of that tornado, because I definitely was in that for a minute. Because I remember when Lex Luger was the hottest guy out, and everyone wanted to have his sound effects. Everyone wanted to have the drums.
Yeah.
And once again, that happened for Lex Luger. That happened for Southside. It happened for like several people. But once again, I'm an elder to the point where I can see it. I'm like, oh, all right, I see what's happening at the current moment, and I remember it. But just be yourself, and once you understand that, just keep going. It never stops. It never stops. But so you have to figure out where you stand in it. Figure out your sound. Figure out what are you gonna do to make you, because the era always changes.
Yeah, be yourself. Find your pocket.
Find your pocket.
What's your pocket? Like, because I was listening to your style. I love your style of production, because it's a little bit. There were some tracks that were a little bit more spacey. There were some tracks that were a little bit more not boom bap, but like more about the drums. And I was like so interested in kind of how you pick and choose what types of sounds.
It's
you like
always
to work
interesting.
With. Yeah.
No, thank you. It's always interesting when people describe
because
my music.
you have some a little bit all over the spectrum in terms of like you know what I mean. What kind of sounds you're going for?
You want to know what I think about my sound?
What do you think?
I think I'm mad horny. Like I use mad big like.
Yeah.
Orchestral sound. That's just what I think of myself.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, thank you for the way you described it. But what's your question again?
I mean, I'm just kind of talking about like
how it sounds.
Producers, yeah, how they sounded, and then you were kind of talking about like advice to producers is to find their pocket. You know?
Be yourself. Find you.
Be yourself.
But as far as me,
and you were talking about your style.
It's. For a minute, I was kind of harsh on myself because I was labeled as an electronic hip hop producer. Yeah, and I was like, that's not how I look at myself. Yeah, but once again, critics are gonna be critics, and whenever they write it up, but that spreads. So if that's in my Spotify bio now, whenever I get a post on someone else's blog or whatever, then they're gonna track that, and I'm like, that's not how I describe myself.
That's an interesting idea, how you think of yourself and how people perceive you. You know what I mean? Which one are you? Are you the one that you think you are, or are you the one that they think you are? I guess you're probably maybe both, depending on who you think about.
Depending on, you're right, because remember, when I make art for the world. Right. So the world has to, this sounds like, it's, if I was just making the music for me at home on my hard drive, then it's all for me, by me. Right. Well, that doesn't make sense, though. People don't make art just for themselves. They want other people to critique it and see it and hear it and watch it. Yeah. So I take it like a grain of salt. Now I have to learn that. Yeah. In my mid-20s, I used to be upset. Like, I'm not electronic. But in the same sense, I am electronic because I use a lot of synths. I use stuff that I use a lot of old synths, like in VSTs and whatnot. But then again, like I said, I could just jump on my orchestral and get on my string and playing the instruments and my big
and go crazy on it.
Yeah, so I'm a hybrid, bro. Yeah. But I don't know. That just naming was like gnawing at me, like electronic. I'm like, what? But the same thing. Okay, let's just say I'm an electronic, right? Yeah. Name a producer out now. Name anybody.
Metro Boomin.
Is Metro Boomin an electronic? What are we doing? What are we doing different? We're not doing anything different. We use a different program.
I wouldn't consider him.
You see what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't get it.
No.
We're not using the same drums. I don't use the same patterns. But I use an 808 snare. I use an 808 kick. I know what's happening. We're using probably similar VSTs. Why am I electronic and why is he just a hip hop producer? Yeah. I don't get it. I'm not comparing myself to him, but just the way people and the critics are, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's another person that's just, that is, once again, I think it's kind of still gnawing at me a little bit.
Do you think as a producer you have to be dynamic? Do you think you have to be open to that type of change that you were talking about, how the music's always changing?
No, because everyone's journey is different. I have a friend, I went to college, I had a phone conversation with him. He lives in Queens. He has a lot of electronic synths in his crib. Yeah. And he's learning how to play the guitar. And he tells me like, yo, just make music. But he's not trying to, he's like, yo, fuck the people. I don't give a fuck about the, and I'm listening to him and just hearing how he views the art. Because he has thousands of dollars of synths and keyboards and big, all of this. And I'm like, just to hear him say, yo, fuck that. Just make the art.
That's got to be a crazy room.
Yeah. I have a picture of it. I'll show it to you later. But it's just like,
Please.
Just for me hearing how everyone's journey is different. Whereas I want to work and be able to actually live off of making the music that I make, which is cool. I play my music in an arena. I want the art out there.
Yeah.
But also, I would love to get residual income from my art.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's perspective, man.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you were kind of talking about it's everybody's journey. Speaking of your journey, kind of one of the things that you were talking about is that you interned at Hip Hop All Day.
Oh, yeah. No, allhiphop.com.
Allhiphop.com, yeah.
Back in, I don't remember the year, but Newark, New Jersey, Broad Street. I remember that. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that. How did that kind of shape your path and your own journey?
I was on the radio
They
with
have
Al.
a dope Instagram page. I was checking.
Yeah, I was on the radio with Al Sharpton, and he's not a reverend. But no, that's that. Let me not put that out there. But I that was my first time being in a position where, because I was technically like I was an intern, but like I was doing everything.
Yeah.
I was listening to CDs that they were getting.
Were you paid or unpaid?
I'm paid all day.
Oh,
all day.
Hell yeah.
I went to events. I got like merch and stuff like that. I still have a shirt.
Hell yeah.
I was moving around a lot, but then for some reason I think it went remote. It was like, yo, just work at home. Like you have all of the login information. But I remember listening to CDs, running contests, like talking to artists, and like and at the same time, I was still working as a dollar bin myself, but to be on the other side of the computer and to be the person controlling and telling you, oh, you're the finalist for our, and to see how happy people got, it blew my mind. And it made me think like, wow, this is allhiphop.com. Imagine a source. It's probably just some kid on a computer just like, and it just blew my mind. But it was fun. It was a good little time.
Crazy.
Good little time. Hey, Chuck, I'm still cool with Chuck Creekmer. That's the CEO of it.
Yeah.
Chuck is cool.
Good.
That's good.
Good shit. What was like one of the most important things you learned while you were there? What's like the one thing you took with you, if you could only take one?
Relationships. Relationships matter.
You were just talking about this in the elevator on the way up. Relationships do matter.
Relationships matter, and sometimes shit be smoke and mirrors. Meaning it seems like a grand production, but it's not. But once again, I'm not to throw shade or anything, but it's just it's like sometimes things are. The presentation is a bit more bigger than what it is, but it's cool. It's cool. It's all about results, man. All you want is results.
Absolutely. You know, kind of a question that I want that I already kind of know the answer to, but I'm just interested in hearing your perspective. Is tell everyone the difference between a beat maker and a producer.
A beat maker is just that. You can make a beat. All they do is make beats, and it's no shame in that. I love beat makers because they come up with some great ideas. Also, when you're a beat maker, you make so many beats that you don't even know what's good, and that's when it's like writing. Like when you do one thing all the time, right? You're good at it. You're great at it. You're fantastic at it. A producer has to orchestrate from beginning to end. A beat maker just does one thing. A producer is like it's a coach. It says, all right, I'm gonna organize the song. Let me get my levels right. Let me. Okay, the song drops out here. It's orchestrating. Yeah. Quincy Jones is a producer. Conducting. Yeah, it's in my opinion, it's conducting. But to be I don't want to say hip hop producer, but to be on a computer doing it all by yourself, it's not like in the 50s or with the Beatles where it's just one dude at the board, this person's doing that. No. Well, I like to pride myself on it, but I had to learn how to bust things. I had to learn how to sidechain compress things. I had to learn all of this. I had to learn panning and I had to learn I made myself learn, but also it come along with the territory. But once again, if you're a beat maker, if all you know is to get these beats off and to the snare drum kick, okay, the song starts like this, or like drop out here and 808, and all you're doing making beats, export. All right, next one. That's not producing. Yeah. If you can, and also producing comes along with producing artists. Absolutely. And I can definitely do it. Like if you can get an artist motivated or tell them your vision and in which you want. Listen, I need you. I was watching Young Berg on Instagram Live last week, and I seen him producing, and I've never seen this production
on
before.
Instagram Live.
This okay. He was he was on live. Yeah. A rapper was in a booth, and he was saying, "I'm getting money like the Delta." And then the rapper with the beat would record, and I'm getting money like the Delta, and then he's just Michael Phelps you. And I was like, he's doing it. He's producing, but he's writing a song. Yeah. And Hitmaker will be titled as the producer of that song, but but it's the artist's song, but it's like he's producing. Yeah. And that's crazy. Incredible.
That's
never
crazy.
seen that before.
It's so interesting to watch like producers in their process. You know what I mean?
It depends because some people don't like that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't like what unless if I'm not a part of it or if I'm not, this kind of sounds egotistical, unless I can help. I don't want to hear people make beats. If I just went to someone's session and I'm just sitting and I'm just
Really?
doom, doom, boom, doom, boom, and if that person doesn't know me or I want to always help. I always want to give an idea. But if he's like, yo, bro, I don't, what? Let me make the beat. Go ahead, you got it.
Yeah.
Cause then I'll start to not fall in love, but now if I want to add, I want to tell you,
right.
That's just the producer in me,
right?
And
I don't that urge.
Yeah,
you got to do something.
Yeah,
right.
Because my idea is definitely gonna be different than your idea, vice versa. And if it's your beat, and once again, you don't know who I am, I don't want to do that. It makes sense.
Absolutely, because it's like it's that person's art, it's your art. You know, maybe that's kind of like the personal aspect of it a little bit. You know,
bang, you hit it right on the head. Yeah,
right?
Once again, if I could help a friend out, it'll be okay. Now I'm game for it. Let me hear where this is gonna go.
You want to be a value add.
Yeah. Because once again, you're making the art. I'm a consumer.
Right.
Just as I have the ear to know what you're trying to do or know what's going on, but. Yeah, man, I always want to be of help. Or let me mix it for you. Or you should, what do you think about this pattern? Like, I always want to be of help.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my whole goal.
When you're starting to, when you're like, how do you approach a session? You know, like when you're starting a song, you're starting a record, or you're starting an album, you know, what steps do you take? What's your mindset? How do you kind of get ready for that? How do you prepare?
That was a big question. You want a song or you want, to be in a process of recording an album? Or am I making a beat or am I working with an artist?
Good question. Working with an artist, studio session,
right? You
know, working on an album. Maybe you're like halfway done or whatever.
Right.
How do you approach a session? How do you like put yourself in the mindset? What kind of steps do you take to get ready?
So previously, I would already send the artist a beat, and if the artist, shout out to my man Trilly Trails, does the appropriate thing and pre-writes to the beat, so that when we get to the studio session, let's say I am the engineer, you already know your lines, you already know what's going to happen. Go in the booth, okay, let's get some vocal takes real quick. Let me get your levels right. All right, let's go record.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's simple. It's not hard math. It's just all a matter of. Once again, at least for me, I don't deal with a lot of amateurs, man. I kind of just keep my circle tight. I don't, especially if you're paying for studio time. You don't want to just come in and fuck off and just let's do this. Professional. I'm professional. I would like to believe I am professional at this point.
Yeah. When you're in the session, let's say you're in the session with Trilly Trails, are you like, or maybe a newer artist that you haven't worked with? Let's do a newer artist that you haven't worked as much with, right? Right. Because you and Trilly Trails have a lot of history, so that's that's something different. So let's say you're working with someone that you don't know quite as well. You're in the middle of a session. Are you trying to like keep an eye on the artist? Are you trying to help motivate them at times? Are you kind of reading the room, or what's the vibe mostly? I'll
play ball with you. Okay. Let's say I was in a writing session and the beat is playing. I'll let them get your. It's their art. I can't put the words together for you. I can only make it sound good. Right. I can only make it sound great. So I direct. I mean, I let artists get their freedom. Now, if they need help with a line, I'll suggest. I'll help out.
You want the writing credit, or is it
no?
I
don't care about that.
The
goal is to make the great song.
Yeah,
because we can do this all. It never stops.
Right.
The passion and the art never stops. It's inside of you.
Yeah.
If it's real. Yeah. Because some people could like turn it off. But if you really want to do this, you can do it again. But I respect people. I respect artists because I know I've done my half. I know I've done what I had to do. So if you need help, I'm here, bro.
Right.
But because I don't know, I can't put the words together.
Yeah.
I've never been a wordy kind of guy. I've never been a wordy guy. I never rapped.
Yeah. You never tried.
Hell no.
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 Not that path.
What am I rap about?
I don't know.
I ain't never rap about, man. I don't know. I can speak very well.
Yeah.
I can articulate myself. I don't know how to rap. I can't put no what?
Interesting.
What am I gonna rap about? I don't know what to rap about.
I don't know.
I'm myself in real time.
Yeah.
So I am a rap song.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, your art. Well, you're on the production side, so maybe your art isn't the words. It's the other half of it.
Yeah,
like
the
saying,
sound. I could get jiggy with sound all day. I could mango sound. I love sound. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to get creative. How do you How do you know when a song is done?
Oh, my bad. I'm getting hot.
Nah, don't worry about it.
When a song is done.
Yeah.
Clarify the question. Wait. You mean a song for an artist with someone with the intentions of rapping on it, or just a passion project kind of vibe?
You were in the studio with an artist. recorded all the vocals, you mixed it, it's mastered, it's ready to be released.
You just answered the question.
But how do you know when it's done? You know, like, is there like is it like okay, I'm done editing this part, I'm done editing this part, the vocals are ready, you know?
I think
the drums are ready, everything's ready, it's done.
When the song format, which is the typical song format, 8-bar chorus, or well, it always switches up, but typically 8-bar introduction, 16 bars for the verse 1, 8 bars for the second chorus, 16 bars for verse 2, and typically nowadays, since a lot of, I don't know, the art has been simplified, it's like no one does 3 verses anymore, which is horrible. But then after that, it's 8-bar exit, 8-bar outro. That's typical. That's once again that would be standard format. If I'm just working with artists, cool. But if they want to extend that, if they want to do a verse 3, if they want to do a little augmented or a little a bridge, which is super rare, then I'll switch up the beat.
Right, and then sonically, you know, you could edit forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you know from an editing and like a mixing and mastering standpoint? Okay, this song is ready.
When on a simple man point of view, when it sounds good off of a laptop.
That's so important. You got to do out of different speakers. You got to test out of different speakers.
Yes,
right?
yes, but no. Yes, because that's the theory. That's what
I learned in school. I went to school for the music business.
Same.
So like,
okay.
I took like a couple production classes, and one of the things they teach you is try out of a bunch of different speakers to see how you like the sound.
Or try out of common things that people are using to listen to music off of. Try off your headphones. If they sound good on headphones, if they sound, everyone has earbuds. If it sounds good on this, it's gonna translate. Because I mean, how often is just music that is private or that is up and coming music getting played in a club? You're not gonna hear it on a big speaker.
Probably not.
Industry standard. If it sounds good in a car,
that's what I was gonna say. What about the car?
The car is a standard, but everyone has a laptop. Everyone doesn't have a car. Everyone has. I can throw it on. Everyone has that. So, and they're listening on a day-to-day basis off of these common devices. It's not on the big JBL joints. It's not. It's if it sounds good off of the speaker. If it sounds on the Bluetooth. Yeah, it's ready to go.
Absolutely. What is your favorite mix of yours?
Favorite mix of mine?
Yeah.
I think that intro track on my my album intro, I like that. That's big.
Should we play it real? Give it a little taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let me just strap these on real quick. Here, I got it pulled right up.
Yeah.
Let me get this right here.
The gist is you rocking with the.
Run back from top. Yeah. Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
I made this record in 2018.
A couple years,
Yeah, and it still sounds good. Listen.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Taylor in my black tux, coming through like Mack trucks. I don't give a black fuck.
The drum sample with the snares.
When you got black balls, I'm cooler than James.
Come on, it's like a movie.
It is. It has that cinematic feel. Shout out Trilly Trills on this one.
Yes, sir. The mix is just like, even me, how I mix his vocals. It's like it's just good. It's just good. I like that song. I like that song a lot.
That was a great one. That was the first one that I listened
to. Great way to start an album.
Yeah, that was, you know, it leads right up. It kind of builds you in, you know, it draws you in.
And this
then,
is
boom, drums come in.
You see how we can speak about that? You see how we can talk about this? Does the average listener hear that? I don't know. That's why I think I am who I am.
Yeah.
And that's why my sound is my sound, because nowadays, not too many people are starting out albums like that with horns and drumline snares.
Right.
And it's just a big 808 in the middle.
Mm-hmm. That's just me. You don't hear that as much anymore.
Not as much.
Definitely not as yeah, there's definitely more of a modern style that we're hearing more on mainstream, you know what I mean? That you don't
And like I said,
that.
It's gonna change again.
It will.
And on a side note, while we holding this, just to toot my own horn, I made a skit. I recorded a skit. Did you hear it?
Absolutely.
Crispy I8. We need to get back to skits. Yeah. I can't wait until that comes back. Yeah, come on.
Let's go.
I can't wait till skits come back, man. We need more creativity. I miss the creativity.
Bunch of friends. Shit, I've been here for a couple weeks though, you know what I'm saying? I used to work at that other spot.
Yeah.
That spot, you know what I'm saying? It was alright. But this shit got Dollar Ben up in here tonight. I know you trying to get in there looking all good.
Come on, you can envision it.
Shit, I bet. Hold on. Let me get the door for y'all right here.
How'd you record the background sound?
Shit.
See? We're going to talk in a minute.
Y'all know
So the lady goes in the club.
I'm gonna holler at you.
Yeah, it's definitely about to be a mission.
This reminds me of Afterwards.
Yo, my man, you walking wild fast like you belong
The
here.
bouncer got
I do belong in here.
man?
Like, why you touching me like that, son? Like, you dead bugging. Like, I know Dollar. Yo, Dollar, where you at, bro? Like, what's going on? Like, yo, my name on the list. I see you, man. You looking real
Your
nice.
name ain't on the list. Stop talking to the
All right, let's pause there because I think you can listen to the rest of that on my Kelly Green album.
Yeah,
out
absolutely.
now. So, what's your question?
So the background sounds. This is my guess as to what you did, because when I first listened to it, I listened to it in headphones that were a little bit.
Yeah, Teddy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that you went to an actual like outdoor area and recorded.
Oh, for real? Why you think that?
It just sounds too three-dimensional for me. It sounds too real. Like you were saying, she walks in the club. You know, maybe the footsteps are programmed in, but like, there's definitely some part of that song that sounds authentic to me.
That's all Foley, bro.
Really?
All Foley and the way.
I got to give up this music shit, man.
Now, but once again, you see
maybe
how
that's just how good it's mixed.
that's
and
me.
That's
me. That's my mind. That's my
Yeah.
intellectual. No, not to sound cocky, but I got to toot my own horn because when I'm by myself and I'm like, no one's doing this. This is fire.
Right.
Sorry. I'm like, I just
Break the table,
I
bro.
just want I just want people to acknowledge. So no. So I did that. I have to record the. Shout out to my man Jalil. Shout out to my man Tyree. Those are the two fellows that's on there. That's all one big freestyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but I gave them the premise, listen to the rest of the skit because I pull up in a car, and that even sounds so authentic.
How many takes did it take?
On their end.
Yeah.
So
for the two of them.
We
said it was
A-B'd it.
Kind of
No.
freestyle, right?
No, my man Tyree really has been a bouncer, so he already know the
Oh, he
spiel.
knew how to
I'm
do
like,
it.
yo, get bro, just do it.
Right.
And I just once again, I had to have the skit already ready prior to me. I already had them in my mind, like, oh, these two are gonna do it. But once again, when I was creating that club environment in the scene of it, I remember doing it. And in the crib, like I had the headphones on. I would automate the footsteps going from left to right. Once again, timing it out, the club door opening, and even
Right.
on a low, the first song you hear is a Trill Dollar song. The second song you hear is the next song on the album.
Ringing.
Yeah, no, that's the one with Chippers. On the skit, I'm sorry.
On the skit.
Yeah,
I
on
was
the
gonna say,
skit.
Ringing is definitely the second track.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the track list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right after the skit is Who You Know featuring Chippers.
Yeah. So when you're listening to the skit in the club, like in the club is playing one Trilly Trill song, and then in the next one, the next song is playing is the next song.
Yeah.
But I had to get all. I got the background sound. I got the club sound. It's like I think the background noise is like a zombie track. Like it's like
Really?
on YouTube. Like all this is Foley, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. And I just once again just get it right, and I know how to pan. I know all of my
I really
stuff.
thought I called it. I really thought for sure that you could pull up on,
And even with the car,
on some venue or something.
I'm not doing that. Everything is on the internet.
See,
Intelligence and knowing
work smart, not hard. Maybe
There go. You know.
something like that. Maybe. Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah.
And once again, I have the vision. I know what I want it to sound like. And then once I felt it was right, I listened to it with my eyes closed. And then, all right, it's ready. Then I booked studio time, and I gave my mans the instruction, this is the premise of it. Let's do it. And I recorded it. Just different takes. A-B'd it. And come on.
Is
Can't make this
Intro
shit
your
up.
favorite song on the project?
No.
No. What's your favorite song on the solo project?
This is why this is my debut album, because this is like my first introduction to. I feel this is my baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't say which one. I mean, what songs do I skip? I don't like. I don't know. Yo, I'm thinking back. No, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Intro is great. It's a great introduction.
That's my favorite.
Really?
I like the drums on it.
You don't like the song with Chippers?
No, I do. I like
Some
some
people.
I like
hear
it when
you.
I get slapped in the face.
It's
a
all
little
good.
bit,
Yeah.
you
Some
know?
people like I'm huge.
It depends on what mood I'm in too.
True.
Like if I'm gonna go like lift, then like I need something with I need something that's gonna hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
So,
gotta
like-
get in the mood. But like for example, late on a nighttime recurring dream with the drums.
Yep.
That's like I can listen to
That's
that at
the
night.
spacey one, right?
Yes.
That's the one that I was talking
Yeah,
about. Like
yeah.
that would like I probably smoke to that.
I hear
Yeah.
same vibe. But the last song, Christino, I love that because it shows off my musical talent. How I could just like it's like a big like a damn. It's like not like a Looney Tune track, but I like it because I did all of that on the laptop. I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't. No. I don't play keys. I do it off everything off of the laptop.
It's all digital, yeah.
No. You see how somebody would have a piano in the studio right here? And yeah. I don't do that. I'd make my songs off the keyboard.
Right, all digital. Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
yep,
my bad.
Yeah, no, all digital. That's what I said.
I had a studio session with Khalid.
I know him.
And Tunji Ige and what's this young man's name? Forgot. He's from Harlem. Anyway.
Yeah.
I was engineering with them. And I'll never forget, I seen Tunji making a beat. I'm like, yo, you don't use keyboard? He's like, nah, bro, we do everything off of this. That's when my life changed.
Yeah.
And that was at Black Wax Studios. That was like when right before he popped. That was right before Khalid became the superstar he is now.
Yep.
I still got like 2 songs from like that we've done.
Yeah.
Just in the talk.
Yeah.
That was a humble brag.
I gotta come listen to some of those.
I got you. I'll hit you on the email.
One of these days we'll get it.
Yeah.
Let me switch back to my notes.
Yeah, bro.
I want to talk about the underground a little bit. Because you and I had a phone call.
Oh, let's do it.
Last week we were talking a little bit about the underground. And so I gotta know. Underground is new for me. So this is something I'm trying to learn more about. So I'm coming to you a little bit.
What do you mean?
Like I'm learning more about the underground. So when I first got into hip hop, the first rapper I ever listened to was Wayne.
Oh, what year was this?
2009.
Okay.
When he was when he was doing Drop the World and all that. That was
pre-Carter? Pre-Carter 2? Because 2 weeks ago...
Pre-Carter 3 for sure. Pre-Carter 2, I couldn't tell
Did you see the Carter documentary?
I haven't seen it yet.
What?
I know.
Bro, 2 weeks ago I was just watching. Like I'm randomly
falling down on it. I know.
No.
I haven't seen Genius either. I
haven't seen Genius either.
Right.
No, I don't like doing things when everyone's tell you go watch this, dude. I don't like that.
See, everybody tells
like
me
that.
It's really good though.
I believe it, and we'll get
like,
to it. Yeah, hold it off. Hold it off.
Get to it. So I'll watch the Wayne one, the Carter one.
Yeah, I just was 2 weeks ago. I just randomly was like, let me look at this because I haven't seen it since like high school, and. It really puts it, like, when I look back at it, I'm like, yo, I remember being in this time, being a consumer, being on zshare.com. I mean, yeah, zshare.com.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I think I know what website you're talking about.
Soulja Boy said, no, Bow Wow said he went platinum on a mixtape, but every time you reloaded the page, it was just another download.
That's
That download era.
Soulja Boy had similar internet tricks that he used to do. They all a lot of those guys back then were like trying to figure out the internet.
That era. Okay, all right, back to the hip hop. Anyway. Underground. See, good combo.
So I'm learning about the underground a little bit because this is an area of hip hop that I just haven't listened to by what I like to listen to, how I kind of like got into hip hop and just kind of my own path, right? And so, what are your top 5 favorite underground hip hop albums?
Underground.
Because I need something to listen to.
Can I look at my Spotify real quick?
Absolutely, take your time.
Thank you.
Chilling.
I'm gonna go to my live mixtape account. I have a lot. You know about live mixtapes? You know about Dat Piff? I know about Dat Piff.
Yeah.
But live mixtapes, underground. Well, what's underground? Is a mixtape? No, we're talking about more of artist based.
Yeah, more artist, like more underground artists. What are some of the big projects that some of your favorite projects that you like? Don't even have to name 5. Just what are some that stand out?
No, we can get into it.
All right.
Underground. Little Brother's first album.
Okay.
What's Little Brother's first album changed my life.
Okay.
Not to sound cliche, no, because I remember exactly.
Oh, I have the same experience with some albums too.
Who else? Let me look at my joint.
Yeah, if I didn't have albums that changed my life, I wouldn't be interviewing you today.
That's true.
I mean? That's the effect that music had on me. Like I really feel like hopefully somebody can find this show and maybe they can be turned on to some new artist that changes their life. Just how I was, affected by it.
Are you familiar with OT the Real?
No.
Are you serious?
These are gonna be a lot. I'm serious. These are gonna be a lot of new names for me.
OT the Real is the best rapper in Philadelphia. To my experience, white guy.
Yeah.
Irish guy.
All right.
Fire, raps about drugs.
Yeah.
But it's so descriptive because I dibbled and dabbled. Mm-hmm. But it's like this motherfucker is talking some shit I relate to.
Yeah.
And it feels good because it's new.
Yeah.
It's new, and he has a whole project with Static Selector. Uh-huh. Let me see what else. Oh, Frankie Dink, 48 Hours. You familiar? Well, that's underground technically. From Jay Dilla Camp.
Oh, I know Jay Dilla, obviously.
Yeah. Frankie Dink. They got an album called 48 Hours. This is way back when.
Yeah.
And that to go back to that Crispy I8 skit,
mm-hmm.
they had this is where I generate that from because it was a skit where I think they're just off top the first song, the introduction to the album is technically just a guy arguing with his baby mother, and then at the end of that song, he meets up with his homie, and he drives in the car and like, yo, what's up, my nigga? Come on, time to smoke. And then the next song is about marijuana.
Yeah.
So it's like that's why
lead into it.
Yeah, but it's the skits. It's song 1, song 2, song 3, but it's like the way you guided me into it. It was the dude at home with his baby mother. I'm leaving. I'm getting the fuck out of that song, and then. He's in the car, yo, come on, it's time to smoke. And then the next song is about me. That's genius shit. I like that.
That is. I gotta tell you. So when I was listening to Crispy I8, the skit that it reminded me of was the kiss off of Eminem, the Eminem show. Into Soldier.
Yo,
that's what it reminded me.
Are you serious?
100%.
No. I say all that because that's my favorite.
Our engineer's checking the levels to make sure.
My bad. Put the compressor on me. My bad.
It's just excitement.
Yo. I used to listen to that every day.
Instantly, because it's the best skit leading into a song, I think.
Dude, that's the greatest skit. And you heard the skit when NWA killed the prostitute?
No, I haven't heard that.
That's correct. That's wild.
That's crazy too. Okay.
Yo, that's
one of the best ones.
Can I give you a high five?
Yeah, you may give it.
Because
Eminem Show is one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time.
Fire. Anyway, look, we could talk about Marshall, but I used to live in Brooklyn, and that train ride, last stop on the L train in Canarsie. So I used to just listen to Eminem, listen to 8 Mile album. What?
Yeah.
You my man. Oh yeah, you from the town. You're from the D, bro.
Detroit,
I'm sorry. So that's native to you. Mm-hmm. But I would also listen to Till I Collapse, but I'll listen. You ever heard the clean version of the Kiss, the skit? You ever heard the clean version of it?
No.
Give it a run. But
all right.
Yo, that shit was dynamic because Eminem had an empty gun, but like when I would hear it, it's like that's a well produced skit. I fucking love it. He holds
the gun up to his friend and
goes,
then
I'm a soldier.
I know. And then it leads up and it goes, and then it drops.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's art, bro.
It's crazy.
That's art.
I know, it's crazy.
That's fire. Yeah.
Also, Eminem skits with his manager are genius too.
Yeah. Paul Rosenberg.
Yeah. Paul Rosenberg.
Oh, even on Marshall Mathers LP, like this is Slim Shady. He's not.
Right.
Come on, we can talk.
That's like
I'm
the
a big
old,
Marshall fan, bro.
Yeah, that's like the classic. Like that's how you use skits to make an album more than just one dimensional. Many layers to it. Like where you gotta like follow it and the story is told, and you know what I mean.
You ever heard the skit? Well, since we're talking skits, I remember I went to summer camp in Vermont. I was young, still CD era. Listened to a Biggie album. I don't know what the fuck. And him and Lil Kim was fucking, but it was a chair rocking, but it sounded like a bed. Yeah. I remember like being in a cabin listening to it, like,
oh shit, right? That aha moment. That
but
you're
just
like,
even to hear the story and know like it's just, and then
right.
them just riffing. I'm like, yo,
Crazy.
this is. But look at how memorable just that is.
It is by far like.
I guarantee
it's the most hype part of that album, maybe except for Until I Collapse, because that song is crazy. But like, and Soldier itself is a great song. That third verse on Soldier is like probably my favorite Eminem verse, maybe of all time. That third verse.
What's your opinion on the 8 Mile album? You remember it?
I do. Yeah, he had a bunch of artists on there. He had all his Obi Trice, all of his like Detroit guys on there. A lot of the guys were actually in the movie too, which is crazy. But I thought that the 8 Mile album was good. He had to kind of make it about the movie. I am the biggest fan of his like solo. I'm on my rap shit. I love Kamikaze. I love Recovery. I love the Eminem Show. I love all the early stuff.
Recovery. Last one I stopped at Kamikaze.
Kamikaze was.
You heard Music to Kill To?
Recovery was like 2010.
You heard Music to Kill To? Was that
Music to Kill To?
You know what I'm talking about? The latest one when he had his hand
Music to Be Murdered By.
Music to Be Murdered By.
Yeah.
You heard it?
Part 1 and Part 2. Yeah, I love Zeus. That's with White Gold. That's my favorite.
Okay.
Zeus with White Gold.
I think I remember dipping in the first one, but I don't know. I was withdrawn.
You know what? Let me send it to you because there's like 1 or 2 songs that I gotta send to you that I think you would appreciate.
Let's do that. But, come on.
Do you know DJ Premier?
At all or like personally?
No, at all.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's on the Eminem. He's on the Music to Be Murdered By.
Okay.
He's on side B. So I'll send you that track.
I was just on DJ Molly Moore's fuck. Oh, he's scratching.
He scratches. Yeah, he scratches, and Eminem gives him a feature, and he did an interview, and the interview was like, "Well, why'd you feature DJ Premier?" And Eminem was like, "Because that's respect. Because if DJ Premier is scratching on your track, you owe him a feature."
That's a fact. Cause what?
That's that real hip hop.
Yo, let's dig into it. I was about Pitch Black, real live. It's all real. What? Yeah. I be doing the scratches in my mouth. Pause. Yo man. Premier. That's honest. Yeah.
And I gotta get more with Premier because he did a couple albums with Royce da 5'9", who's another favorite
Prime,
of mine.
Prime.
Yeah, Prime. Yep. And those are great. Those are lyrical albums. Like Royce is just like those. That's not meant to be mainstream. That was meant for Royce to just go off.
Let me ask you, because
my favorite hip hop.
I'm a big let's talk.
I like the rapidy rap shit.
I feel you. What do you think? Royce is a super dynamic MC. Why do you think he never had commercial success?
Because I don't think he ever wanted it. I think he wanted to rap his own way, and I think he always knew if he stayed true to it, he would have his fan base, but I didn't think he ever needed that, like, mainstream, like, validation. I really don't think he needed it. I think he knew his, like we were talking about earlier, I think he knew his pocket.
Yeah.
And I think he knew his style, and he didn't stray away from that to achieve some level of success that he knew was
shiny suit on him.
And not that Eminem did that. Eminem, this is the thing that bugs me about people. So I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant.
Come on, let's go. This is what we're here for.
This is what bugs me a little bit about people. Everyone's like, "Oh, Eminem fell off." No, Eminem didn't really have anywhere else to go.
Right, he's in his own lane.
After he did Relapse, it was like that was 2009, and Recovery was 2010. That was supposed to be Relapse too, but it ended up becoming such a different project while they were in the middle of making it that it became its completely own album.
Right.
And so that was all about him getting sober and all this stuff. It was great. That was the album that changed my life, one of them.
Nice.
And so when he did Recovery, he did Love the Way You Lie with Rihanna. He didn't necessarily stray away from his style, but he just didn't have anywhere else to go in terms of like, he did all that before. You know what I mean? And he was like, I want to be able to grow as an artist and, try new things.
As
and
you
do this
should.
and that. And so it's like, everyone's starting to hate on him. I'm like, yo, like, there's so many other artists that are like, falling off, at least in my opinion.
And
just
they don't
like
give him flack for that.
They don't get flack for that. Why? Is it because he's so big or he's already been the subject of criticism for 20 years? But anyway, that's my thing. He didn't have anywhere else to go. Maybe he did, but I really don't think he did.
Last Eminem bit, and then we could get back into more underground shit.
Yeah.
Yo, what's your opinion on the whole Eminem the Game shit that's happening now?
All right.
I don't get it.
No,
I don't get it.
I'm glad we're talking about this. I have no idea where it even started.
Yeah,
I have to dig into it more.
The Game on Drink Champs. He had a 4-hour Drink Champs interview.
He did.
He said, yo, I used to think Eminem was the best, but not anymore.
Listen, I'll do the thing. Eminem is Eminem.
Yeah.
Nobody want to be for the white boy. Even when me and Dre wouldn't see an eye to eye, me and 50 wouldn't see an eye to eye, I stay away from the white boy. That's Game. That was him. He did an interview saying that.
Say word.
And he said, I'm one of the best MCs in the world. I never want to touch the white boy.
He's in his mind, bro.
Drink Champs is like, he comes up and he says, I used to think Eminem was better than me.
Yeah.
He not. He's not. I'm like, yo, I don't know if you want that smoke.
And apparently, I think he has a diss track coming out.
He does. I know.
What are we doing? What's up with Whack? His manager, Whack.
Yeah, Whack 100.
Yeah, Whack
whatever.
100.
Right. It's like talking all this, is talking crazy, and I'm like, man, this is about
this
to heat
is
up
California dumb. Like,
I know, and like I'm thinking like back to MGK, who is not the Game at all.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right, MGK after the whole Eminem thing.
I was thinking about that. He got what
made
happened?
a punk album.
He switched genres.
MGK plays guitar now.
You see him? Yeah.
I'm like, and I read a comment on Instagram the other day, which was like, can't wait to hear Game's R&B album.
I can see it coming. I
don't know where. I don't know exactly. Like,
he's bugging.
I think Game is just talking his shit.
He's trying to say he has an album coming out. That's why.
Have it. Yeah. He and Pusha did that song. Him and Kanye did the song
that
Easy. Yeah, which was all right.
It was cool. I thought it was gonna be on Donda 2. Have you heard Donda 2?
No, I don't have the stem player.
Me neither, but I can send it to you.
Oh,
Donda 2 is my best Kanye West album. It used to be Yeezus. I got you. Yeah. But damn, where were we? Yeah, I don't understand what's going on as far as that. Like, it's crazy. It's just foolish.
It's foolish. I don't even know if Eminem's gonna respond. Eminem and Game have done a couple of songs
they
together,
was on the
one
same.
or two. They were
Label adjacent.
Yeah, they
bro.
were doing their thing. They didn't work together as much as him and 50 or him and whatever. But like, they have a couple of joints. They got one called
Eminem got a couple of mixtape cuts. You remember when do you remember when 50 Cent, Eminem, and Busta Rhymes was on Hail Mary dissing Ja Rule?
Yeah.
That shit was intense,
That was also
yo.
crazy. That was wild.
I remember that. I'm like, yo, that's the illest
wild.
diss track ever.
We Ain't, featuring Eminem and The Game.
What is this off
of? Return of Three Kings, Volume 2, 2011.
That's a movie soundtrack?
No, I think it's just a Dre, 50 Cent, Eminem album altogether.
Okay.
Compilation shit.
Dre put out a new well, I'm gonna be real. Dre put out a new album.
Yeah, he put out 6 singles.
That Grand Theft, that's an album. That Grand Theft Auto shit.
Yeah, what's it called? It's called The Contract.
Yeah, you know.
Rick Ross,
he has
Anderson
Nipsey
Paak,
Hussle.
Eminem is on there. Nipsey Hussle's on there, which is fire.
Yeah.
I think Rick Ross is one of the best feature artists in the game.
I agree.
He hits every time.
You know what? Maybe now let's talk hip hop. I don't understand. You see how I got excited about Dre putting out those 6 songs? I was driving. I was like, why is no one else excited about this? Because we haven't heard work from this man in so long.
Since 2015.
What's your?
And I think it's when his last album came out, Compton.
Yeah. With the big California.
Yeah, the sign. In
what
LA
is your opinion of the concept of the detox?
The greatest mystery of hip hop, other than I don't know.
You know what I think is gonna happen? I think Detox is gonna come out when Dr. Dre, God forbid, but dies, and it's gonna be like a 200 song.
You think?
So many people have recorded for Diplomats was recorded for Detox. So many people I've heard different stories, and Dre.
It's fucking crazy.
But remember, Dr. Dre.
It's crazy.
Dr. Dre. Everyone has this greatest of all time, but Dr. Dre is the greatest hip hop producer of all time. Yo, you want to hear something so crazy?
Probably agree with that.
I've heard, and I'm happy I'm talking to you.
See, here's the problem. If not Dre, then who else? Right? That's my argument. If not Dre, then who else?
Historically, though, like look at how things have transcended in his career. But peep this. I've heard on 3 separate accounts. I heard from one person who I know in real life who has. He says, yo, Dr. Dre, I've been to Dr. Dre's studio. His speakers are the loudest speakers on earth. Pause right there. I heard Conway, the Machine, on Bootleg Kev interview say, yo, Dr. Dre has the loudest speakers. And I heard someone else say, yo, he has the loudest. And I'm like, I want to know what the fuck is that about? Because I heard someone, and this was... Go.
I was gonna say, well, I gotta get out to hear these speakers.
I want to know what he does.
Right, here's the question, though. Here's the question. You get to pick one song to listen to in Dr. Dre's studio.
Of mine or just period?
Period. You get one song to listen to in Dr. Dre's studio. What do you pick?
You want to hear something so funny?
I don't know what I would pick.
While we on the topic?
Yeah.
One song. It's a Music Soul Child song. It's off of one of his latest albums.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. Wait a minute. If you're on Spotify, or go to Music Soul Child. But it's good.
I don't know if I can play it because of copyright.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Look it up. I don't know. Yeah.
Hold on.
Look it up real quick because like I wanna make sure people have this game.
Yeah, but the song is produced by what's the name of it? He's married to
Kanye. Also a great producer. I don't know if Kanye is as good as Dre. Maybe not. Like maybe not quite up there, but Kanye is great.
On a production tip, Kanye has mutated into something that is like I like it, but it's very once you hit Donda 2, you're gonna get it's
all right. Fair enough.
But Kanye makes music off of it's just drums.
Yeah.
Like boom.
But he knows how to make drums complement the rest of the song. Wait a minute. Music Soul Child. Life on Earth, 2016.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right.
That song has a great like beat section.
I already forgot.
I got you. But I remember Kanye West making I'm All for Evolution, making beats off the ASR, making beats. He had his own. You remember the Kanye West snare when everyone was talking about, oh, that's the Kanye West sound. Get the cut, the snare, and then it transferred into music.
Right.
Music.
Yeah.
Music having like long runs at the end of songs.
Yeah.
And then he went, and I'm all for it. I caught Yeezus early, bro.
Oh shit! Wait a minute.
What happened?
All right. Dr. Dre, the album that he put out, like the
contract?
No, the one just before this one, like the
2001.
Chronic? No, the one that we were just talking about, like
Compton.
Yeah, Compton.
I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that? Okay, go listen to the first song of that album. You know why?
Focus
it's an intro.
Oh,
it's a skit. It's a skit, and you know what it does? It's just like The Kiss. It's just like Crispy Eye. I'll play it for you after this interview. We have a couple minutes.
You heard 2001 Dr. Dre Chronic? I listen to that often.
Of course.
Like I listen to The Watcher so often, bro.
Yeah.
You know
that is a great beat. That is one of the best. I used to freestyle to that beat all the time for fun.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. What? That horn is legendary.
Great beat.
Come on, man.
I'll take a sip too. Actually, we got 10 minutes left.
Okay. Where you want to go with it? This is good.
We gotta talk a little bit more about your music. You have an album that just came out.
Yes.
Talk about it.
Kelly Green. Kelly Green is a compilation of 10 songs I've hoarded for like the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, on some artisty shit, I was holding a lot of stuff down, not because of not having confidence, but I was more worried about the rollout and the layout and how. But then shout out to Slim Dollars. Slim Dollars is a well-known writer, artist, rapper from Harlem. That's my guy. He said we were at the Harlem Day last summer or 2 summers ago. He said, "Yo, son, you got to just put the music out." And for some reason, that resonated. And I just said, "Yo, let me just put it out."
Yeah.
Let me just put it's moving. It's doing what it, and good music spreads for itself.
Yeah.
But one of the guys that's my man, Free Goldie Glow, we made that song in like 2015. And it sounds good. Once again, that's another one. It's a story.
Right.
It's a story.
Absolutely.
But these songs are just I felt comfortable with presenting this. And I had to remix a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Because your old files, what I know in 2018 isn't what I know in 2021.
Right.
And if I like, I like this. I like this enough to put it out.
Can't do this without talking about Trill Dollar, which I think comes from Trilly Trills and Dollar, right? So how did you guys kind of like get connected at first? Like, how'd you guys meet? And you make a dope group.
My man HD. I used to work at a sneaker store.
And the album's on YouTube, by the way. I'll link it in the description.
Yeah. Thank you. My man HD. He is the key for this, but he's like, yo, I was a youngin working at the sneaker store, making beats, still on the MPC. Yo, you need to meet my man Trills. MySpace era, as a friend,
way back.
I probably known him over 10 years, yo. He's been making music, I've been making music, and then I think one of us was like, yo, let's just do it together. And we locked in, and ever since, like, we make really good music. His writing is great. His pen is in the future.
Yeah.
Like, Trills is, if I told you what we got going on, you'd be like, writer. Oh, this is a whole different realm.
He's a good writer.
Of Mickey. We're about to do something big that no one has done before. I'm not talking music. This is not music. But we're about to do something in the audio realm.
NFT?
No, nothing like that. No, I'll tell you off the camera.
Word.
But we met, and once again, I've always been MySpace friends with him.
Yeah.
We've always been cooling, and we just like, let's lock it in. And then he's professional. He's super on it, and it's a mutual respect.
Yeah, it's the best kind of partnership to have.
And also, we that's my man. Like, we have a lot of commonalities for us. Humor, shit like that, like pop culture. That's my guy. He's a good cook, too. He's a good chef.
Oh, shit.
He gets jiggy with it.
That's what I'm talking about.
What up, man?
What's the vision for your artistship? You know, like your brand. Like, are you going more like the DJ Khaled route where you want to, like, you know, bring all these things together and really produce? Or are you looking more to do like a Tay Keith type thing or Metro Boomin where you're more focused on the beat, but you can still bring it all together? Do you want to be more in the spotlight or less in the spotlight?
I want to be more in the spotlight. That's why
So you want to go, all right.
As of lately, it's only me. I have to show face for myself.
Yeah.
I'm starting to DJ more often. I have a residency at this spot in Chinatown called Peachy's.
Yeah.
It's a Chinese restaurant / lounge.
Word.
And I DJ there every Tuesday night. Tomorrow is Saturday. I'm DJing at a spot called Vig Bar. That's in like the Soho area. Word. And I do their brunch from 4 o'clock in the afternoon till about 10 o'clock at night. I think I might have to lock that one in as well because I'm DJing, people are seeing me.
Yeah.
And also I drop in my tunes too. I play Star Wars.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then it happened at Peachy's last week, but somebody be like, what song is that?
Yeah.
And also the Shazams go crazy. People Shazam my stuff.
Yeah. I use Shazam almost every day.
That's real.
I find a new song almost, and I'm fucking shame. I find Shazam every day.
I'm in the car, hear a new Afro beat on a lunch break mix, and I'm like Shazamming.
I was at work just a few days ago, and I was watching a video or whatever, like that my client had sent me, and the soundtrack in the video was dope. I Shazammed the soundtrack in the video to get the song.
That's real.
I'm finding music if something perks my ear, I'm Shazamming.
Yeah,
I'll Shazam a TikTok video to find out what song it is.
How does TikTok work? I don't get it.
How much time do you have? TikTok is.
Do you remember Vine?
Yeah, Vine was hilarious.
I was big on Vine.
Vine was hilarious, but TikTok gives people the access to discovery like Vine never did.
I don't. Is just kids dancing, or is it like political stuff?
I'll show you. Let me show you after this because there's the thing about TikTok is there's education that's involved. You know what I mean? Like people don't quite get how to use it. They know what it is. Like it's a social media platform and you can share videos and you can get creative on it. But like if you use it correctly, it is a tool.
I seen somebody, I was watching someone use TikTok and you mean to tell me it's just a video to a video to a video? That's crazy. No.
That's why it's addicting.
That's
you
nuts,
will scroll
bro.
for 2 hours and not even realize it.
Where's the profile? Where's this? You know how Twitter, Instagram has a stop.
It's actually easier than Instagram to navigate. It's wild. It's wild.
I'm not doing that.
It is wild. All right, here we go. What is the most underrated, or maybe a better word is misunderstood thing about being a producer? What is the one thing that not a lot of people know?
The concept of mix and master.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is non-existent. My man sent me tracks the other day, and okay, you know what a limiter is? A limiter.
Mm-hmm.
If the song doesn't go past 0.0.
Yep.
So he sent me some tracks, and he's like, "You think you can master this?" So I use online. I'm gonna come clean. I'm gonna put my own card. I use online mastering. That shit works. And I know some people. That's another one. People misconstrue that like, no, but you need to get a master. Somebody had. Listen, the whole concept of mastering is to make my shit sound as clear and loud as possible. You know who has the loud? I'm all over the place, but yo, DJ Khaled, I Got the Keys. That is the loudest album.
I got the keys. I got
No,
the keys.
the one when he has the flower, he's sitting in the garden.
Oh,
no, on record, bro. Like Billboard wrote about it. That was the loudest hip hop album that year.
Really?
Young Jeezy's Trapper Die 2, another loud fucking album. But I say all that to say, people mixing and mastering, people just. This is my theory, and this is tried and true because I've pulled people card on it. People just want loud fucking records, and they want it to be loud and clear. That's it. They don't care. Make my 808 bang. You hear that shit go left, right, clear. They just want it to be loud. You know why? Also, and this is my theory, tried and true. I played an unmixed song loud in a session. Oh, it's good. Mixed song loud, it's good.
Right. People
Can't decipher the difference unless it's something like drastically bad.
Yeah, interesting. That's interesting.
Loud. Everybody just wants loud because when it's loud,
I'm
you can't
curious if I would
decipher,
notice
bro.
the difference. I don't know if I would.
You can't decipher.
I don't know if I would.
Even in a club.
I'm not a producer. I don't have that. I don't have quite that ear.
True. Yo, I've played mixtape songs
kind of
at Webster Hall. Unmixed Dipset songs.
Really?
Loud.
Just off the rip. Yeah.
I mean, transition to song to song. It was like a good cut. And I know for a fact, just me on the train listening, like, this is not a mixed song, bro.
Because it's loud, the loudness is what makes people not being able to tell a difference?
Yeah, but also typically when music is loud, you're just trying to, you're trying to enjoy it. You're not, is that mixed? You're not doing that.
Right.
So once again, I can split into two. I can be a consumer and say, oh, this shit is good, it's banging, and be on the other side like, yo, that 808 is hitting fucking crazy. That's a spins 808.
Yeah.
So I could jump ship, but that concept of mixing and mastering is foolishness, man. It's and it got so bad that basic people use that term.
Yeah, I think less is more.
It's mixed and mastered. Shut up. You just want an MP3.
When I was in school and I was learning how to mix and master. Yeah. Oh, facts. Say it again.
And the people that you just want an MP3. You want to be able to hear it. That's all you want. Yo, you can email me that.
Right.
That's what people want.
Yeah.
They want this shit.
Bounce.
That's it.
Just bounce a track.
You give them a wave, they'll be in a heart attack. Oh, why did you the foul too big? All right.
Compress it and go.
Oh, that's what people just want it.
I got my last question. What's coming next? What can people look forward to? You know?
Troy Dollar 2 is 89% done. I gotta make some clean edits, and then after that, it's done. Troy Dollar 2 is coming up. I'm about to be DJ in New York City. I'm trying to get hot. I'm gonna warm up the spring so I could be hot this summer.
We'll get you back this summer. We'll make
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm just trying to. I'm a really great DJ. Really great DJ.
Yeah.
I'm just getting it together. I just want to be back outside.
Yeah,
because that generates funds, and also
I think
my face is
wants
everywhere.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone wants to. Dollar Bin.
Appreciate it.
Yo, this has been real. Any final words? People, what's up?
Dollar Bin, man. I'm on more artists.
Where can they find you on socials? What's up?
Dollar Bin Music on everything. On Twitter, Dollar Bin Music. On Instagram, Dollar Bin Music. My profile picture is me with a green shirt. I look like Luigi from Mario and Luigi. Facebook, Dollar Bin. You can see, Facebook.com/Dollar Bin Music.
Yeah.
Twitter, everything. Holla at me. I have a great sense of humor. Come on, talk to me. Let's do it
for real.
Let's do it. I put funny videos on my gram.
Absolutely.
You know them.
This is one of my favorite convos, man. Thank
Appreciate
you for joining
it,
us
The feeling's
today.
mutual, man. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes,
We'll call it.
Yeah.